So I'm in the airport now, as you can see, and it's not the quietest place on earth. You might not even be able to hear me. This footage might not be usable, but if it is, hello. I woke up super early this morning, which explains why I'm so like sedate. And I'm in the middle of a layover between Dallas and St. Louis. I had to get up at 4 in the morning to get to the airport for 5 so that I could get on my plane, I could get here, and now I've hurried up and it's time to wait. I grabbed some lunch and I just kind of wandered around a little bit, but you've seen one airport in America, you've pretty much seen them all. Dallas, Fort Worth, I don't know, I've never been to the city, but the airport is pretty dull. So yeah, I'm just gonna hang out, read a little bit, and get ready for the live show. I did all my prep already. There's one last kind of step, and I'll probably talk about this a little bit more at Casa de Roleplay, but there's always one last step where once I get in, I unload all my stuff and I get kind of settled, and I like to spend a couple of hours in the space, right, in the studio space. So I'll sit down at the desk and I'll write a little bit on my iPad, I'll make some final notes, and I'll kind of just sit in the GM's chair and absorb the space's energy a little bit. And it sounds hokey, but it's a lot easier for me to do that than it is to wake up in the morning on a Saturday and go right into the studio and immediately start broadcasting. I like to get a feel for the space, right? Knowing where everybody's gonna sit and kind of thinking about how that space can work. Give my dice a couple of test rolls, work with Scoots to make sure that the audio is good and that the screens are all set up. We usually do, and we probably will tonight, a test stream just to make sure everything is working. And it's a nice opportunity for us all to sit in that space and talk. We've played board games, we've played card games, we've just sat around and talked before. It's a nice way to kind of recenter in the space, especially because it's been quite a long time since the last time we did a live show. I think the last time we managed to get everybody out for one was February? March? Maybe? Anyway, so it's just airport time, layover time. It's weird. It takes me much longer to get to middle America than it does to get to like many places in Europe or like Asia because of all the bouncing around and the waiting that I have to do. So flew from Vancouver down to Texas, and we're flying back up to Missouri in just a couple of hours. So I'm gonna try to relax and hang out. I think Max is supposed to be on this next flight, so maybe I'll keep an eye out for him when he arrives. Otherwise, I'm just gonna take it easy until it's back on the plane and off to St. Louis.
Salad outsiders. They're really weird. But that's where all the good restaurants are.
Stop trying to sidestep me.
If I don't look at him.
Oh,
he won't
meat! Where'd this come from?
There's a cat there.
Where?
Right in there.
I don't see him. Oh yeah, there he is. What's up, buddy? I love that Aaron's tree has a sorting hat on top.
That's a rather large lens.
That's what she said.
Just for a little while, guys. You're gonna go
And by she, I mean the attendant at Sears.
Yeah.
Who holds it to me.
I buy all my expensive electronic equipment at Sears.
Yes. Alright. How badass would that have been? 220s.
What's that?
These dice are crazy.
I was saying, how badass that would have been? 220s.
Fucking super crispy.
The app is not available right now.
I think that's where you notice it the most is the dice
This is
camera.
zoom.
Yeah.
It's super.
Have you guys had
And you didn't have to like focus
Yeah.
it in.
For,
Okay, I just want a large Diet Coke
okay,
or Diet Pepsi
okay.
and a.
Age.
Yeah. I think that makes sense.
Stand by.
9:45 tomorrow.
That's fine. Yeah. So.
9:45.
All right. Okay. It's 1 a.m. Though it feels more like, earlier for me. Though I got up really early, so it's all kind of a wash. A big travel-y, time zone-y wash. I am exhausted, mostly just from being on planes and recycled air, and the sense of being displaced always tires me out. So I'm in a hotel. Max is my next door neighbor on that side. I think Zeke is my neighbor on this side. And we're all getting a good night's rest before tomorrow morning when we present to you episode number 132 of Cortisaurids. So when I got to the airport, the last time that you saw me vlogging, I ran into Max, like I thought I would. And he and I were on the same flight from Dallas to St. Louis. And then we met up with Zeke, and we went to the studio, and JP was there, and Scoots was there, and Alchemist was there, and then Dan showed up, and then Aaron arrived, and we went for dinner, and we had some drinks, and we talked about the show, and we got all planned up, and then we came back to the house, and we did our little pre-show kind of test stream thing. If you've ever seen one of those, you know it mostly involves me clapping and counting. So my hands are a little sore, but we did our sound check. We got all that sorted out. And tomorrow, if you're watching this today for you, we will be going live at 10 o'clock Pacific with the live show. And I'm super excited about it. I've got lots of good ideas, and I think it's going to be really fun. It's something special to get to do something like this, right? To meet with my friends and to hang out, to play a role-playing game, and to do one of the things that I love more than anything in the whole world to do. So these feel like special occasions to me, more than Christmas, more than Thanksgiving, more than any other holiday. The live shows are my excuse to get together with a handful of my friends and do something really fun. I have so many good memories of live shows and of post shows and of hanging out together, all in person outside of a convention experience. I think you can get to this place, and I think a lot of content creators sort of struggle with this. You can get to this place in your life where you only see your friends on work trips. You know, there's a lot of like, it was nice to see you. I'll see you at PAX East, or I'll see you at Gen Con, or I'll see you at TwitchCon, or whatever. And you do, and it's nice, but your ship's in the night, right? Like, I had a conversation with Max at TwitchCon that was quite nice. It was a good conversation. It was nice to see him. I got to talk to Dan a little bit. I got to talk to Zeke a little. But I haven't really had a chance to connect with those guys since then. So these are a good opportunity to do that. And yeah, we're all here to work. We're here to do the show. But we always have dinner together beforehand. We do the show. We have our little celebratory dinner after. Sometimes we get breakfast the next day. And it's honestly just like a nice experience to get to be around people you don't get to see that often in person. I'm not a big in-person guy. Like, I don't need to be close to someone in physical proximity to be their friend. I mean, you can ask anybody that knows me well how often they get to see me, and it's usually not very much. And those are the kinds of friendships that, for me, work the best, right? I get to see people briefly and intentionally and have these experiences, do these things together, and then leave until the next time. So I'm really going to try to make the most out of tomorrow. I'm going to really just like throw myself into the game. I'm going to enjoy it to the maximum capacity that I can. And then afterwards I'll have burned out GM brain, and you might get another sort of late night hotel vlog out of me after the live show. We'll do a little sort of decompress, or I might just be too tired. So we'll try. We'll see how it goes. But for now, I am bed bound, and then tomorrow off to the show. So I hope we'll see you there. If you're watching this around when it released, the episode goes live at 10 o'clock Pacific. If you're watching this after the fact on YouTube, which is the only place you could watch this, but if it's past the point of the show, you can watch it over on JP's YouTube channel, like always. So yeah, all right, that's it. I'm gonna go and edit this vlog and put myself to bed, but I will see you hopefully in the audience for the live show tomorrow, and if not, we'll see you for the next vlog. Thanks for coming, everybody. Good night.